everyone, gather round, we're gonna make Greg Bavino a star. Today in Green Cards for me, but not for thee, we're talking about the whittle guy, Gregory Bavino, the bravest little soldier leading the Ice Brigade and the public face of Donnie T's deportations. And since Greg loves the spotlight, we're gonna give it to him. And it turns out, Gregory has some skeletons in the closet that he doesn't want us talking about, which means we're talking. Greg Bavino was raised in Blowing Rock, North Carolina, in a family descended from Italian immigrants. That's right, his great-grandfather was an Italian immigrant who lived in the United States for 15 years before deciding to apply for his U.S. citizenship. Uh-oh. So yes, the man who has made an entire career hunting, policing, and punishing immigrants comes from the exact kind of immigration story that would never be tolerated under the system that he enforces today. And while Greg is out parading as an SS officer telling the public that he's getting the real dangerous criminals, like those convicted of DUIs and murder, his own father was imprisoned for that very thing. On June 6, 1981, Gregory's dad, Michael Bavino, who was then the owner of the local bar, the Library Club, left work intoxicated, smashed into a car, and killed 26-year-old Janie Mae Mitchell. He was charged with manslaughter, pleaded guilty to death by a motor vehicle, and was sentenced to just 1 year in jail. And shortly after that, the family had to file for bankruptcy, sell the bar, and the parents divorced, which many of those who knew him then credit to creating the angry, desperate to prove himself little fella that we see today. And of course, nobody's responsible for their parents' actions. But when you build your entire brand and career around punishing other people's families, who you call the worst of the worst, even though many don't have any criminal convictions at all, then we need to talk about the hypocrisy. And ever since Greg was a littler boy, he's always wanted to be a Border Patrol agent. And now Greg has spent his entire adult life doing just that. Except, well, now he's far away from the border that he's supposed to be securing. And instead, terrorizing American cities in order to put on a show for Donnie T and his base.
He's an angry elf.
Which, unsurprisingly, has kept him in some legal trouble. Just a few months ago, a federal judge found that he lied under oath about using tear gas during one of his Chicago operations. The judge also found that Greg lied about tackling a protester because video footage later showed him doing exactly that. And we know from history, I was just doing my job has never been a very good shield. Oh, and with all the time that Greg spends at the southern border, you really think he could have picked up some affordable dental care along the way. Can someone get this guy a juice box and a history book?